I know maybe someone is looking at me like, blessings? I don't think I'm blessed. Well, you're blessed. You might not see it, you might not feel it, you might not even think you're blessed. But one thing for sure, each one of us, everyone listening right now, everyone watching this podcast, you are blessed. Gratitude Thursdays. Maria on the mic. Yo, yo, gratitude galore. That is how we roll. Yo, 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 yo. Grateful for all, even when it's small. Yo, 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 yo. Blessings some more. Gratitude in store. Yo, 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 yo. Gratitude galore. Welcome aboard. Yo, yo. Welcome aboard. Hey, hey, what's up, Gratitude Buddies? It's your girl Maria back with another episode. And if you're new, this is the Gratitude Galore podcast, where we encourage one another slowly and progressively to apply gratitude to deal with daily challenges. And today's episode is a follow up of last week's episode, because if you can remember, we concluded with an activity where we were supposed to reflect on how we apply gratitude to determine if it's healthy or unhealthy. And from my own analysis of myself, I found that I might be guilty of applying gratitude in a toxic way. And I realized that maybe I'm not the only one. So this episode is dedicated to anyone who would like to know how they can reap the positive benefits of gratitude by applying it in a healthy way, in a positive way. And I came across 4 tips that I'll be sharing with you that we can all apply, that we can integrate to ensure that we are applying gratitude in the best way possible, in the most sustainable way possible. And the first tip that we can apply that is most important is acknowledging and feeling all our emotions. It doesn't matter if we are going through positive emotions, if we are going through negative emotions, acknowledging all of them is important to find a balance, to ensure that we are not overleaning on the positive side, to ensure that we're not practicing toxic positivity, that we are applying gratitude as a supplement, not as an escape, as I mentioned in the previous episode. So if we feel all our emotions, it will be easier to use gratitude in a productive way, because we will not use it as a way of suppressing, but of acknowledging, of saying, even though I'm sad, I'm happy, at least I got to do this and this. We will start looking for good things out of the sadness rather than ignoring the sadness all at once. And the second tip that we can apply to ensure that we are not we are practicing gratitude in a healthy way is seeking guidance and counseling if we find that it's unbearable how toxic we are when applying gratitude. For example, if we are too much on the positive side, if we suppress our emotions and talking to a friend does not help, we can go to a certified mental health professional who can talk to us, who can help us to find healthy coping mechanisms to deal with our issues rather than suppressing them, rather than only focusing on the positive things. Instead, we can learn to find a balance with our emotions and to coexist, to find a way for gratitude and our negative emotions to coexist, because that's the best and the healthiest way. And now the third tip that we can apply to ensure that gratitude does not become toxic is by seeking, or rather is by understanding that understanding that gratitude takes time, that gratitude is not a 1 day thing, is not a 1 week thing, is not a 1 month thing, is not a 1 year thing. Gratitude takes time, it takes patience, and it takes some commitment, and it takes doing mistakes. And I feel that I can attest to this because I began applying gratitude in 2020 and we are in 2023, and I can't say I'm a loyal soldier or I'm a loyal I'm loyal to applying gratitude, like I do it daily. I don't think so. I don't do that. And that came from understanding that gratitude takes time, that learning the skill will take a lot of time. It will take a lot of patience and a lot of mistakes. And that's the same thing that's a tip we can use to ensure that we are applying gratitude in a healthy way. Because when, for example, if one is new to gratitude, they might be tempted whenever they feel sad. They're like, "Ah, I'm not supposed to feel sad. I'm supposed to be grateful. I'm supposed to be happy." So when we know that gratitude takes time, whenever we are sad, we'll ah, just feel the sadness, and then afterwards we can apply gratitude and just live a happy and a healthy life that where the good and the bad can coexist. And the fourth and final tip that we can apply to ensure that we are applying gratitude in a healthy way, in a productive way, is focusing on our individual blessings. I know maybe someone is looking at me like, blessing? I don't think I'm blessed. Well, you're blessed. You might not see it, you might not feel it, you might not even think you're blessed. But one thing for sure, each one of us, everyone listening right now, everyone watching this podcast, you are blessed. You have something in you that is so special that no one else can offer, that even if someone with a better financial status than you like were to be given the thing that you can do, they can't do it. Even if someone who is better than you in your world, they cannot replace you. So what does that mean? What does like no one can replace you mean? It means we are special and we have some blessings that are only ours, that no one can take away from us. And that's where we can apply gratitude in a positive way by focusing on what we have. Because if you remember last week, we talked about gratitude may be toxic if it promotes social comparison. Because we might be tempted to look at what another person has. If we focus on our individual blessings, it will be hard to see what others have, because we'll be so focused, so concentrated on us, on what we have, and enjoying it to the maximum. So, buddies, the tips we've learned today include feeling and acknowledging all our emotions, talking to a professional when necessary, and understanding that gratitude takes time, and focusing on our individual blessings. I hope this episode was educative for you, and I want to wish you a lovely week filled with love and gratitude and blessings. And until next week, gratitude buddies, bye bye.